Hello, my crafty friends. Today I'm going to share 4 paper pumpkin alternates made with the October paper pumpkin kit called Peaceful Christmas. Sometimes I have issues with the paper pumpkin color choices. It's just personal preference, but these card bases were so beautiful. I didn't like the bright green and red on that panel. It just felt a little bit jarring. And then if you take that away, then to me those cards didn't go well with those envelopes. So I have made, so far I'm up to 15 cards with the kit. It comes with the supplies to make 10 cards, 5 of each design, and then 10 coordinating envelopes. So this is a larger than A2 card. It is a 5 by 6.5. It's a card and envelope set that I picked up at Michael's a couple of years ago. So I'm not sure if they are still available, but they're just white card bases and then the coordinating envelopes. So the envelopes, I used the stamps that came in the paper pumpkin kit and stamped on the envelope. And then I cut apart the card base. So it has this beautiful, there's silver foiled snowflakes, just fine all over the front. And they're the same as these snowflakes on the stamp. So that's pretty cool. So I cut down the card base because it's got this pattern front and back. And I'm sure most of the paper pumpkin subscribers are cutting those cards apart because they're so beautiful. Why we have that print on the back. But I did cut it down, matted it on white. And then I knew I wanted a larger card, which is why I pulled out these larger ones from Michael's. But I wanted a matting layer. And so I got this is a retired 6x6 pad, feels like frost. It was on the clearance rack at Stampin' Up. And I bought it because there's such really cool winter prints in it. I was really excited about it. Honestly, I did not know that the back side had foiled prints. So I've been using a lot of the back sides, and that's what I used on my card today for that little snowflake. The paper is 6x6. I cut it down to 4 3/4 by 6, and when I centered it on the card, there just was a little bit too much at the bottom, so I didn't have my even border all the way around, and I just cut 1/4 of an inch off of the card base. So now my card is 5 by 6 1/4, and it's a little bit smaller than the envelope, but it still fits. I added some silver peel-off snowflakes. Everything that is available is linked on my blog, which is in the description box below. The silver foiled label came in the kit, as did the Merry Christmas. And then this snowflake is one of the iridescent snowflakes from Stampin' Up. They're called Wonderful Snowflakes, and I love snowflakes and I love iridescent and shimmer and shine, so I did pick up some of those to use on my holiday cards this year. There's some bling in the center. It's so pretty, and it comes with the kit. And inside, I used another one of the foiled patterned papers from the Feels Like Frost, and then this big, beautiful sentiment. I'm really excited about these ones. Let me move this so I can fit it all in. So here's the stamp set. It's huge. You can read it better there. So I've been looking for some big stamp sets to use on larger cards, to use on slimlines, and there are still some smaller ones, but oh, I was excited to have found these. They are from Crafter's Companion, the Warmest Wishes set. So there is card number 3 done with the paper pumpkin kit. And then remember, this was the card front. So then I had the back side to use, and I made a mini slimline with the back side of the card. The envelope is a number 8 envelope or 6 3/4 inch. They are readily available in Canada and the US. Even at grocery stores in the US, you can find them. My mini slimline measures folded 3.5 by 6 inches, which is my favorite mini slimline size to make. So I used the other half of the card. I cut it down here and I matted it with metallic silver foil. Here's another one of the foiled labels that came in the kit, the exact same one as there. And I stamped a different sentiment on the front that also came in the kit. Now, the cabin, oh my goodness. So this is the Peaceful Cabin set. I loved it as soon as I saw it, and so I knew that I had to buy that stamp and die set. I didn't buy the pattern paper that coordinates with it, but I did get that bundle, and I've been using it a fair bit for Christmas cards that I haven't shared yet. But I was happy to use it on this one, and in fact, every card that I've made, sometimes my husband wanders into the craft room when I'm working in there, and he came in and he picked it up and he said, now that's nice, because he also loves the cabin. So that's on the front, and I cut it out of kind of a gray speckled cardstock. I cut the shadow layer and then the detail layer. The shadow layer layer I inked with blending brushes and the gray ink so it would show up through the openings a little bit better. And then the top layer got a spritz with shimmer spray. In behind are the Vellum Trees that came in the kit. I spritzed them with shimmer spray too. That was a mistake. Even though the shimmer spray is mostly alcohol, they curled and I had a devil of a time flattening them out again. I was not going to waste them. I really wanted to make them work. So I did get them flattened out. Took a little bit of effort, but so the Vellum Trees are in behind. And then inside my card, here is a waffle flower sentiment with just a strip of the silver, and here is the leftover piece from the card back on this card. So 2 cards made from one of the patterned cards in the Paper Pumpkin kit, and this is card number 4. With these 2 done, that meant I had an extra one of the envelopes, right? The teal or the shaded spruce envelopes with the silver trees. So I decided to sacrifice the envelope and made another mini slimline card using the silver foiled trees on the envelope. So again, I stamped on the envelope and added it to my card. Here's another strip. This was a leftover piece from this pattern paper here. There's the Noel. The plaid background, it's hard to see that plaid on video, but this little strip here is from the liner on the envelopes. So they have this beautiful buffalo plaid liner. So when I cut this strip off to add to the front of my card, I had some other pieces left over with the buffalo plaid. So I added that. There's more of those sweet gems from the kit, and inside just very simple, and all the stamps came included in the kit. The red cardstock I had in my stash, it's pretty, it's nicely textured, it's a nice heavy card, and folded. My mini slimline is 6 inches by 3.5. That's card number 5. And now card number 6 is interactive. Oh, I just love the coordinating card and envelope. And here is my card. I used another piece of that feels like frost pattern paper. In fact, when I die cut this one, or when I cut this down to size, I knew that this whole panel was going to cover a lot of it. I'm not one to waste specialty paper, so I laid one of Karen Burniston's crosshatch rectangles. I laid that on the inside, making sure that I had enough overlap that this could cover the opening, and I just cut that rectangle out of the center. So you can't tell on the card, but that gave me an extra panel of the foiled cardstock to use, which I did on this card here. Now inside is Karen Burniston's Circle Charm Pop-Up. It is sized to work perfectly with an A2 card, and it's one that I use quite a bit. On my blog, on the right-hand side, I have labels. You can always check out the Circle Charm Pop-Up on there and see lots of different ways that I have used the Circle Charm Pop-Up. Why it's called a Charm Pop-Up is this center section cuts a frame. And then Karen Burniston has little charms with hanging holes that you die cut from cardstock and then you dangle. And there's butterflies and lipstick. And I mean, there's a lot of different charms that Karen Burniston carries that you can dangle. But for this one, I used one of the included dies, some pretty snowflake foiled pattern paper from Lawn Fawn. And I just covered up that frame. And I didn't add anything to it. I will often decorate that section, but I didn't. I just like the foil snowflakes. Again, I added the silver foil snowflake peel-offs, which are linked on my blog, and then some holographic mirror cardstock because, you know, there wasn't quite enough shimmer and shine. There's another one of those beautiful snowflakes that I added there. I did some light stamping. There's still room to sign our name. This card folds so flat, it's amazing, and it's light enough that it will mail for a single stamp. And again, this buffalo print fishtail flag was cut from the envelope that I sacrificed on that card. So this is card number 6. If you enjoyed my video today, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more. And that's it for me today.